I've been struggling with whether I should share this story or not, but I couldn't help but feel like God was nudging me to do so, so here I am. I'm sitting in my chiropractor's parking lot after an appointment with no makeup on, but being a stay-at-home mom, I don't get much free time, so I wanted to take advantage of this free time and make this video. So bear with me. I hope it's not too long, but I have a lot I want to say. I want to start off by saying that I hope that I don't offend any family members when I share these stories, particularly my mom's, because I know that my mom would want me to share her story even if it helped one other person. So, you know, when I was 11 years old, I lost my dad to heroin. It was a struggle, but I was lucky enough to have an amazing mom and grandparents that gave me the best childhood I could have ever asked for. I grew up in an amazing place, and I was just really lucky. My mom was a hard worker, and she did anything she could for me and my sister. She was an amazing mom, and I've learned a lot from her, quite honestly. About 10 years ago, my mom hurt herself at work. She hurt her neck, and at the time she didn't think that it was serious, so she didn't go see a doctor, but over time the pain got worse, and so she started to see a pain management doctor, which prescribed her pain pills. She also looked into the option of surgery, but was told that there was a risk of paralysis, and so that scared her, and so she put that on the back burner, and she continued to manage the pain with pain pills. And over time, she began to change. She wasn't the mom that I remembered, and her life began to spiral out of control. And I didn't allow her to see the girls very often, only at family events like birthday parties and holidays, and because I just didn't want my girls to know my mom that way. I wanted them to know her the way I remember her when I was a kid, and I just held out hope that, you know, my mom would get better and that everything would be back to normal and she could see my girls and be the grandma she wanted to be. And it hurt her very bad to, you know, to not see her grandkids, and it was a very hard decision that I had to make as a mother. But that's the decision I made. And so she began to abuse the pain pills so much that her life was spiraling out of control, and her job began to notice. So they sent her to rehab, and it didn't work. So ultimately she lost her job, a job that she had had for over 26 years. With that, she lost her joy. She loved her job, and so she lost her joy. And over time, she realized that she had lost a lot from those pain pills, and she wanted to get better. And so she decided, regardless of the risk, she wanted to have the surgery. So on June 30th, 2016, my mom went in for outpatient surgery, and she was released that afternoon with a neck brace and pain medication. That next morning, my sister found her on the back deck, dead. And the autopsy revealed that it was a morphine and oxycodone intoxication. And also, some of you may know that my sister has struggled with heroin addiction for many years, and she's tried countless times to get better. She's been to rehab multiple times, and it's been a struggle for her. And it's been hard for me to see my sister go from a sweet little girl, my best friend, to someone that I can't even trust anymore. And then to someone that I have hope. I have so much hope for her. And then now she is trying really hard to stay clean, and it's such a struggle for her, and it's heartbreaking. And, what I'm getting at is these doctors need to be held accountable because they knew my mom had a pain pill addiction, but they still sent her home with pain pills. Regardless if it was an outpatient surgery or not, she should have been kept in that hospital and monitored. And as far as rehabs, they're so expensive, especially the ones around here. And all they do is open up other avenues for these addicts to make new friends and find new places to get drugs. And 30 days is not enough time to get better. 60 days isn't even enough time. It's a lifetime of healing. And it starts with showing them how to love themselves again. And only Jesus can do that. Because if they don't love themselves first, they'll never appreciate how much their loved ones love them. And they'll never truly want to get better. Because addicts, they hate themselves. They hate who they've become. And they hate the decisions that they made. And they want to get better, but they just don't know how. And the rehabs around here aren't working. There is a major heroin epidemic that is out of control. And the pain pill abuse is completely out of control nationwide. And we need a faith-based rehab facility that will teach and show these people that you can only find healing through Jesus. I haven't met or heard of a single person around here that has gone through a rehab in this area and has stayed clean. But I will tell you that I have met several people at church that said that Jesus was the only one that could help them. And they've been clean for 20, 30 years. And I don't want to get all religious on everybody, but I'm just saying that, without faith, there is no hope. And we need faith. We need hope for these drug addicts to get clean, and hope for our future generation, for our children, that they aren't faced with this. And we all need to just try a little harder to love those that seem like they're not lovable. And I'm not saying I didn't love my mom, but I'm saying that I wish I would have shown her a little more love than I did, and just tried a little harder for her. So what I would like is for you all to comment below and share your story. I know that there are a ton of you that have seen a loved one or a family member or a friend that has struggled with addiction or maybe even lost their life. You don't have to state their names, just share the story. It's going to be really hard for me to read these stories, but ultimately it will inspire me, because I can't help but feel like God has a plan for me to help make a change. These struggles that I've had in my life, they're for a reason, and God wants me to do something with them, and I'm going to. So share your stories below, and I look forward to being inspired. Thank you for listening.